TV News political analyst Eric Ham covers U.S. politics for us with more on what is likely to be the end of the shutdown. Eric, your take.
Yeah, that's right. But I think we have to be careful about what we're seeing here because this is actually only a partial government funding. This only funds the legislative appropriations. It funds military construction, and it also funds those SNAP benefits. All of that until the fiscal year of 2026, which will end in September of next year. So much of the rest of the government, we're going to be right back here, quite possibly in January, where there could be another government shutdown. Now, of course, 8 Democrats did vote with Republicans in the Senate to actually open the government, and that has led to a massive, massive rift in the Democratic Party. In fact, there's many who are saying that what they're seeing is a brewing civil war within the Democratic Party over this capitulation by some of these Democrats. But nevertheless, we're going to see, at least now through the holidays, over 1 million government employees who will be receiving not only their back pay, but also regular paychecks, which is certainly going to be a boom for many people. And of course, those air traffic controllers who have been stretched so thin and the chaos that we're seeing at the airport, at least that too will end, and many travelers will eventually begin to get some reprieve as a result of what we're seeing right now.
And Eric, I'm trying to make sense of the strategy here for those 8 Democrats who broke ranks with their party. I mean, this whole thing was about health care, and they had said that unless the Republicans were willing to extend those health care benefits, they were not going to budge. They were going to force the Republicans to own that issue, and then 8 of them decided to cave, or that's anyway the argument. Your read on why they did that and what the takeaway is. I mean, is this about trying to look like the adult in the room? Is this about kicking the can down the road or making Republicans own those health care cuts if that's what happens?
It's about all of the above, because now, with the government shutdown being the longest in history, now millions of Americans are aware that they're going to be seeing massive increases in healthcare premiums. And Todd, we're not talking about a 10% or 20% increase in healthcare premiums. We're talking about healthcare premiums that will rise between 50, 75 to as much as 80% on families across the country. In fact, 20 million people are going to see their premiums rise dramatically. 4 million additional Americans are actually going to lose coverage completely. So we're talking about 24 million people that are going to be adversely affected by this healthcare problem, because what Republicans refuse to do is they refuse to actually provide the subsidies that have helped keep those healthcare premiums low. And so now Americans are going to be stretched. And now, given what we're seeing with a slowing U.S. economy and the rise in these tariffs, which are stretching people's budgets, it will now be an issue of whether people are going to continue to pay for food, for rent, or health care. And those are some of the really difficult choices that people are going to have to make this holiday season, unfortunately.
Our U.S. political analyst Eric Ham. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.